Eighth inning, Phil's down 3-0. Jim Thome fixing to change that with 2 on. That is a drive to right, and that will be, well, it'll hit the top of the wall. David Bell scores. Bobby Abreu stops at third. Thome at second. Jim Thome came that close to tying it up with a 3-run shot, settled for his 52nd RBI. 2 batters later, Thome at third, 1 out. Mike Lieberthal, fly ball. Brad Wilkerson settling under it, and we're going to have ourselves a play at the plate. Thome is running, and Thome is out. Watch it again. Wilkerson with a great throw. Thome paid about $12 million. Not for his legs, though. No win for Milton. Expos take their 4th in 5 games.
Roger Clemens looking for win number 10. Astros hosting the Pirates. Clemens would be the first 10-game winner in the major leagues, but in a jam in the second, gets Sean Burnett with the bases loaded to end the threat. The Rocket allowed 1 earned run on 4 hits in 7. And why is everyone interviewing Astros GM Jerry Hunsicker? Well, trade winds blowing. More on that in a minute. 2-2 in the 7th. Morgan Ensberg to center. Abraham Nunez can't get there. Ensberg 2 for 3. Astros take a 3-2 lead, and now the Rocket is in line to get that 10th win. Save situation. It's Brad Lidge. Where's Octavio Dotel? Well, just stay with me here. Top 9, 2-out. Lidge gets Jason Bay to end it. Clemens gets his 10th win, and the Astros take it 3-2. What about those trade rumors? Here they are. Carlos Beltran trade out of cash-strapped Kansas City. Only a matter of time, and Thursday it finally happened. The Astros grabbed Beltran as part of a 3-way deal that also sent Houston reliever Octavio Dotel to the Oakland A's. Beltran can become a free agent after the season, but Thursday he became an Astro. Here's the deal. Royals wind up with 3 prospects. The A's get the closer they needed in Dotel. Oakland relievers have converted only 13 of 27 save-offs this season. They needed somebody. Meanwhile, Brad Lidge takes over the closing duties, as we saw in Houston. Beltran's been a hot commodity. Now he's an Astro. Jason Stark, your thoughts?
Well, what this tells us about Carlos Beltran and the Astros is that the Astros feel a tremendous sense of urgency to win now. They've got Roger Clemens for 1 year. They've got a bunch of free agents lined up. They've got an aging team. They've had defensive issues in center field with Craig Biggio, and they've been way too right-handed in their lineup. Carlos Beltran addresses all those needs. They don't know if they can sign him. They probably can't, but they're not going to worry about signing him tomorrow. They're not even going to worry about winning tomorrow. For the Astros, this is all about trying to win right now.
Well, Carlos Beltran, certainly a nice combination of speed and power. In fact, he and Barry Bonds, the only players in Major League history to record 20 home runs, 100 RBI, and 30 stolen bases, and do it in 3 consecutive seasons. In fact, Beltran threatening to make it 4 in a row already this season. He's got 15 home runs. He's driven in 51 runs, and he's got 14 steals. Now he's a Houston Astro.
Yanks very much intact on their way out of Baltimore. O's up 2-0 in the 3rd. David Newhan hit the 2-run shot to put him there, but he was not only part of the solution, he was part of the problem. Fields the Derek Jeter ground ball, then misses the man in the mustache, Rafael Palmeiro, at first. So the door is wide open for Alex Rodriguez, and he just busted through it. 2-run bomb pop, 19th of the season, tied up at 2. 5th inning, 2-all. Sidney Ponson not helping the cause either. Knocks it down, finds it, and then he throws it away. Kenny Lofton aboard safely, and again, just 2 outs for Derek Jeter. High, deep, gone. All those things, his 11th. Yanks win it, and Ponson becomes the first 10-game loser in the big leagues. Boston not going anywhere but south in the standings. Red Sox trailing 3-1. 2 runners on for RBI machine David Ortiz against the Twins. Single to right center field. Kevin Youkilis is going to score. Johnny Damon will come in to score. Game tied. Ortiz 3 RBIs. Leads the American League with 68. 2 runners on for Torrey Hunter. Chance to untie it, but Scott Williamson strikes him out to end the inning. In the 8th, we go to extra innings. In the 10th, Christian Guzman grounds to short. Look at Nomar Garciaparra ranging to get it, but on the spin, inaccurate with the throw to first. Error to Nomar. So it's 4-3 after Guzman scored on a sac fly. Nomar one more chance, but Henry Blanco and a crowd there squeezes it. Twins win at 4-3. Red Sox now 5.5 back. Emphasis on the word trying. Settle in for this one. Bottom 9. Rangers down 7-6. Tying run at second for Mark Teixeira. Comes through. Off Eddie Guardado. Base knock to left. Brad Fulmer's going to score the game-tying run. Guardado's 4th blown save of the season. With 2 out. Winning one on second now. Gary Matthews Jr. Grounder up the middle. He'll beat it out at first to Sherritt. Never stopped at third. He's heading home. We got to play, and he is out. John Olerud heads up to gun him out at home. 41-year-old Pat Morter's there to apply the tag, and we go to extra innings tied at 7. In fact, we go to lots of extra innings. Skip ahead to the 15th now. Jamie Moyer, scheduled starter for Friday, instead makes his first relief appearance since June of '96. Hank Blaylock, who was like 4 then, comes to the plate with the bases loaded, 1 out, grounds it right back to Moyer. This relief stuff is easy. 1-2-3 double play. Blaylock can't deliver, although he was 3 for 9 on the afternoon. Top 17, Seattle with another chance. 2 on, 2 out for Randy Wynn. That is chopped to second. That'll end that threat. So we go to the bottom of the 18th. Moyer's still on the mound. Alfonso Soriano up at the plate with a man on and a chance.
Soriano blasts away. Deep left field. And it's over.
Grab your stuff. Time to go. Walk-off home run, 10th homer of the year, and that finally ends the longest game in the Bigs this year. 5 hours, 47 minutes. A combined 35 hits, 16 total pitchers through 552 pitches. Soriano said it's an amazing win. He was 3 for 8.
Anaheim, where Mike Scioscia's fingers were stuck to his lips. Mark Mulder looking to win his 7th straight decision. Bottom 5, Tim Salmon grounds into the 5-4-3. Mulder's got it going again. He has been on fire. Top 6, Scott Shields relieving Ramon Ortiz facing Jermaine Dye. Say hello to a little frat. 2-run shot is 14th. That after Ortiz, it allowed just 3 hits in 5 1/3. It's 2-1 Oakland. Bottom 9, here's Mulder looking for the complete game. He's got 12 in the last 2 years. Hasn't lost since April 28. Brings up David Eckstein. Then gets Sean Figgins. And to close it out, he'll get Garrett Anderson to ground out to second. The A's win 2-1. Mulder's 4th complete game of the season. A 4-hitter. He's won 7 straight decisions. Mark Mulder is now 9-2 on the year.
Reds and Mets on a gorgeous day at Shea, but maybe not so much for Mike Cameron. This guy hit 4 homers in a game once. He makes about $4 million this season, but Thursday, maybe not his best day. Bottom 1st, Cameron can't digest the high cheese from Corey Lytle. Then he goes down swinging in the 4th. Bottom 5, Cameron took it like a man. He was 0 for 4. Lytle, by the way, struck out 8, allowed just 2 earned runs. But Cameron's misfortunes were not limited to the batter's box. Go back to Wednesday when Cameron had a little trouble navigating his way out there in center field, appeared to nearly lose a pop-up in the lights. Thursday, Mike Stanton pitching, bases loaded. Ken Griffey Jr. sends that one to center. Cameron's under it, everything's fine, except he can't see the ball. Lost in the sun, focusing on the wrong orb. 3 runs score on the error. Oh boy, Tom Glavine suffers the loss. Cameron, eek. Reds win it.
Performance-enhancing drugs. His Giants looking for a 4-game sweep of the Dodgers. Bonds looking to finish off the length of the Golden Gate Bridge on bases on balls. He's already walked 9,090 feet this season. 1 walk away from walking the length of the bridge, 9,151 feet. That was ball 3. Ball 4, take your base, take your bridge. He has walked the length of the Golden Gate Bridge. Bonds Thursday, 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Bottom 6, A.J. Przinsky. He had a big day. Doubles. Scoring at Gardo Alfonso. This will put the Giants up 4-1. A.J. was 3 for 4. Bottom 8, 9-3 San Fran. Eric Gagne, a non-save appearance, so he will pitch with his glove on his head. We flash back to Thursday, some ill will and some disrespecting Michael Tucker. A finger into the face of Jeff Weaver, and here we go. The bench is clear. No punches thrown, though. Back to Thursday. Gagne coming up and in on Tucker. Well, kind of up and in. And here we go. Tucker is pointing again. Gagne wants to go. Drops the glove. Remember, he's a hockey player. Jim Tracy and Gagne both said afterward Tucker overreacted. The ball wasn't even close. But Gagne is still pleading his case. The guy's pointing at me. What am I supposed to do? But Gagne gets run. Adrian Beltre says, here, take your ball and get out of here. Gagne with a salute. Tucker also ejected. The Giants win 9-3, their first 4-game sweep of the Dodgers since 1975. Cardinals-Cubs on a Wednesday. Chicago gets 6 runs in the 6th off Kiko Calero and Julian Tavares. Steve Klein is up and ready in the bullpen. Sure enough, Tony La Russa goes out to the mound. Doesn't go for Klein. Well, Klein, well, he just threw a fit in the bullpen, started yelling at his own dugout, and for extra style points, flipped La Russa the bird. Klein actually wound up finishing the game, got the win, despite his hissy fit after getting passed over in the 6th. When told about Klein's obscene gesture after the game, La Russa said, "He's going to be laying on the ground, and I'm going to be standing on his chest." La Russa then immediately halted his post-game news conference to confront Klein in the shower. Here's Klein the day after.
Yeah, when you get and I mean, when you have to get up and get live the pitch, and you go and you go and you go, and all of a sudden he says, "Cal, you got the next hitter." You know, what am I supposed to do? I mean, I was. It wasn't the fact that, you know, I mean, to offend him, I was just letting them know how I felt. It wasn't like, hey, I don't like you. It was just letting them know, hey, I'm off. I didn't get in that game right there, you know. I mean, why'd you get me up if you weren't going to use me?
Well, we continue the series on Thursday. Klein apologized to everybody. La Russa said, yeah, let's just move on. Top 2, Chris Carpenter facing Corey Patterson with Sammy Sosa on second. That's Jim Edmonds with a Hall of Fame deke. This is well off the wall. Sammy going to try and score from second now. Edmonds, Hector Luna, Mike Matheny, and Sosa is meat. Carpenter pitched great, allowed just 7 hits over 8 shutout innings. Top 4, Sammy on second again. Patterson singles to left. Sosa now a little gun shy maybe. Going to hold up at third, so the bases are now loaded for Ray Ordonez. Right back at you. Carpenter coming home to get Sammy. Matheny to first, the 1-2-3 DP. Top 9, 4-0 St. Louis. Jason Isringhausen, who was also upset about not getting into Wednesday's game, in there Thursday, rings up Ramon Martinez to end it. Everybody's happy. Cardinals win 4-0. Carpenter 3-0 against the Cubs this season.
Good to be happy. Marlins looking to make themselves happy and making a sweep against the Braves in Miami. Chipper Jones scuffling of late, hitting a $156 over his last 20, but he got it going Thursday. Looking to improve the average against Dontrell Willis, who's beaten up in this game. Deep to right, ground rule RBI double. One of his 2 hits he knocked into as well. Top 9, watch closely. Mark DeRosa to Alex Gonzalez. He's got no play at first. Heads up play at third, tagging out Johnny Estrada because Estrada not in full-on hustle mode. The eyes on first base, not on Gonzalez. He's out. However, Atlanta winner 9-4. Mike Hampton gets his first victory in a month. 5-game slide, trying to get out of KC with the win. Top 2, Chris George against Carlos Pena. That's double to left center field. Dimitri Young, Carlos Guillen, both going to score. Tigers up 2-1, and then they just started hitting things left and right. Marcus Thames with a double. Ivan Rodriguez, base knock to right. Tigers up 6-1. In the 4th, Omar Infante doubles. Brandon Inge, base hit. Bobby Higginson, likewise. Podge was 4 for 5. Tigers up 9-1. Then it's Infante. You're so not catching that. 17 Tiger hits. Carlos Beltran homered this game, but his team lost. Tampa trying to start a new win spree, and if there's one thing we've learned over the years, it's that you do not tick off the D race. That's a lot of hits, 24 in fact, team record to go along with the team records for total bases and runs. D-Rays back to a game under 500.